Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And if you are still holding your crypto, you can make it through anything. COVID crash, $1.2 billion in liquidations. FTX crash, $1.6 billion in liquidations. This crash that just happened, $19.16 billion in liquidations. This is the biggest liquidation event in the history of crypto, and almost 20 times bigger than the COVID crash of March 2020. If you're still holding your crypto, you can make it to the finish line. You can make it through anything if you made it through this crash, because this was absolutely massive. In a few days, Trump will post, had a great call with the president of China. Our relation is stronger than ever. We have reached a deal and tariffs are canceled. Markets will explode to new highs. Stop panicking. Q4 will be bullish. Most likely that will happen on Tuesday. It's a holiday weekend here in the United States. Monday is Columbus Day. And again, that was a strange time to talk about tariffs on a Friday afternoon on a holiday weekend. Maybe the news will drop even sooner that the tariffs are canceled, and this market could turn around at any moment. Top performing crypto sectors. Once Wall Street takes over, crypto will be sold to a whole new retail audience that will be compared to like stocks. So you see, top performing crypto sectors, September 2025. Exchanges were number one, 15.33%. Currency, 4.89%. Meme coins, 3.17%, stablecoins 0.02%, and then the rest were in the red. But exchanges, I see the banks becoming the exchanges of the future. As they keep embracing crypto, eventually they're going to start offering crypto investments at the banks because they see all the money that could be made by offering crypto. And this was floating around during the crash, and a lot of people are fighting on this as well. Bill Clinton at Ripple Swell 2018, alongside Brad Garlinghouse. People thought I had lost my mind when I said we're going to repeat trickle-down economics. And that was Bill Clinton. That's what he said back then. I remember when this was all the talk, and when I looked at this, I said, that just solidifies that Ripple is becoming part of the future. And in 2018, Trump was the president back then, and they were already talking about a digital dollar. And there was a lot of work being done behind the scenes with Ripple back then as well. I don't look at this as fun. It was something that happened in Ripple's history. But to bring this up during an XRP crash, I just thought that was pretty low. Ripple attracts new institutional investor amid push for blockchain expansion. This also happened during the crash as well. So nobody even talked about this. In a move highlighting Wall Street's growing interest in blockchain innovation, C1 Fund, a cryptocurrency-focused investment firm listed on the New York Stock Exchange, has quietly acquired shares in Ripple Labs, the company behind the XRP payment network. So they didn't buy XRP. They bought Ripple shares. But this shows you the strength of Ripple as well. It's hard to look at crypto and not see how big Ripple is becoming. Think of the acquisitions, the pivots that Ripple has done. Custody, tokenization, still involved with cross-border payments. Their main focus is also capturing the derivatives market. Ripple is also looking to become a bank as well. Possible IPO 2026. That's still not off the table completely. Plus ISO going live. There's so much lining up for XRP, and I think Ripple's going to make even more acquisitions along the way. Tom Bruni, Stockwitz head of markets, just said ETH and XRP are the two altcoins retail investors are watching closely. Take a listen to this.
What would you say the top 3 cryptos are right now if we look at where attention is focused?
Yeah, that's a great question. Obviously, Bitcoin, I think regardless of how it's performing relative to altcoins, it will always be a core portion of people's portfolios. It just might shrink over time. Like I said, Ethereum and Ripple are two of the altcoins that, people are watching for that confirmation of a new breath of momentum coming into this market. And then
So think about it like this. When retail enters this space and the FOMO really begins, where do you think the money's going to go? Most likely more is going to end up in XRP than what ends up in ETH. Because ETH is very expensive and people like to get a decent bag of crypto when we're heading into alt season, when they know a major run-up is happening. I think most of the retail FOMO is still going to end up in XRP. Fed will cut rates at the end of this month and markets will explode. This is also something we're waiting on. This wouldn't be another big catalyst for crypto. If he cuts rates, you're going to see the market take off very quick. And, Powell is another one. He could have been cutting rates up until now. And I think maybe he was holding off until the right time. But I am expecting a rate cut at the end of October. And I'm telling you, that could really get things going. Parabolic rally. A parabolic rally isn't a dream. Just ask BNB. XRP has slowed down after its explosive rally, but it seems to be mirroring the same structure that led to BNB's explosive run. Don't get shaken out. $4.50 is inevitable. I would think that would be maybe a quick stopping point on the way up for XRP. Because XRP, in my opinion, it's going way higher than $10. Think of all the institutional money that's about to enter this space as well. And those institutions, they're already looking beyond Ethereum and Bitcoin. They're already looking for the next big thing. And a lot of them, they did their research. They probably have a guy that works there that just does research on crypto. What's the best cryptocurrency for us? What's the best ETF for us to invest in? You think they don't know what XRP is built to do? Absolutely they do. Most people don't really ask about other assets unless it's XRP. And they say the XRP army is so damn loud. You can't ignore them even if you tried. I'm telling you, the XRP army is absolutely incredible. We make sure that any FUD that pops up around XRP, it is addressed accordingly. Take a listen to this, though.
The texts that I have gotten have either been about how to invest in Bitcoin or how to invest in stablecoins. That is the questions I have gotten from outside. Nobody asks me how to invest in tokenization. They don't even know what that means for the most part. And nobody asks me, I mean, unless they're like tuned in a little bit. They don't generally ask about other specific assets. To be honest, they might ask about XRP. That's probably the only other one that they ask about because the XRP army is so freaking loud on socials and everywhere. It's insane.
And it's true. I mean, think about all the people, though, that are learning about what XRP is. Think about how many people were waking up to XRP right before it happens, right before the new financial system goes live, right before XRP starts running on all those rails. I always tell people that aren't in crypto yet, you got to get invested now. If you don't invest now, you are absolutely going to regret it over the coming months. Everybody's going to be talking about crypto. You're going to hear it everywhere you go. If you're driving in the car, it's going to come on the radio. If you're sitting at home, the mainstream media news is going to be talking about the parabolic crypto run. People are going to stop talking about Bitcoin. They're going to be talking about altcoins in the coming months as well. It is going to be a crazy time to be a crypto investor. And anybody that's sitting on the sidelines now, they're going to regret it so much over the coming months. People that you talk to about crypto, they're not going to even want to talk to you anymore after you're getting rich off of your crypto. Another milestone in Bitcoin's institutional adoption. Morgan Stanley opens the door for wealth clients. That comes from Michael Saylor. And they don't even talk about Bitcoin here. They talk about crypto. So Morgan Stanley on Friday told its financial advisors that the firm was broadening access to crypto investments to all clients and allowing such investments in any type of account, including retirement accounts, CNBC has learned. Starting October 15th, advisors will be able to pitch crypto funds to any client. Previously, the option was limited to those with an aggressive risk tolerance and at least $1.5 million in assets. Morgan Stanley will rely on an automated monitoring process to make sure that its clients aren't overly concentrated in the volatile asset class. So this is not just going to benefit Bitcoin. It's going to benefit all of crypto. I like to address that because right away an article drops and people think, oh, well, they must be only talking about Bitcoin. Morgan Stanley and the rest of these institutions, they're looking beyond Bitcoin as well. They know their clients have demands for different cryptocurrencies outside of Bitcoin. But this is great because it shows you that they're now interested. They now want to get involved. They want to sell it to their clients. They want to make sure that their clients are making money and they make money as well. And any financial advisor that's not talking about crypto right now, they're going to regret it as well. Because most of their clients, they're going to go somewhere else going forward. They're going to watch so many people get rich in this space and they're going to ask their financial advisor, why didn't you tell me about crypto? Why didn't you advise me to invest in crypto? Look at how massive the rally was in crypto and so on. But they also called crypto a volatile asset class. I'm telling you, the volatility is what got you here, whether you know it or not. Most likely, it sounded more like this. Get into crypto if you want to make a lot of money. How do you think you make a lot of money in crypto? Off of the volatility. And I'm telling you, whenever somebody says, oh, they're not going to let all these crypto holders get rich, those people are absolutely wrong. Nobody cares if you get rich off of your crypto. Do you think somebody's standing there saying, oh, well, we can't let him get rich off of his XRP, but we can let this guy get rich over here off of his Bitcoin? It doesn't work like that. That's all retail arguments all over X. In reality, they don't care if you get rich. And until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.